Trish, give me Steve Crown on the phone right away.
What are you doing, Dad?
I'm not going to believe it until I hear it from one of our attorneys.
Believe what?
That Brooke has the kind of leverage she thinks she does.
Well, I don't think she does.
Maybe not. She definitely has some kind of leverage.
Brooke doesn't own belief until the patent is in her name, and it isn't now.
Mother, it's not in anybody's name, but she did develop it.
No, Forrester developed it. She was working for us,
Dad,
Rich.
we didn't have her under contract.
No, she was married to me. She was part of our family. It never occurred to any of us to put her under contract. Yeah. He's nuts. All right, did you at least leave him a message? All right, thanks, Trish.
You know, I'm not so sure Steve Crown's the answer to this.
We need his legal advice.
I agree. You heard exactly what she said. She's going to file for the patent rights.
She's angry, Mother. She's very angry. Damn it, she has a right to be angry.
Oh, Ridge.
Look, if you don't see it from her point of view, then you're in trouble, too. She feels betrayed, Dad, and you'd feel the same way. Brooke feels that from her perspective, I tricked her into signing that contract before I told her I was staying with Taylor.
That was not your intent.
No, I know it isn't.
Don't waste your time trying to talk to Brooke. She's got one thing and one thing only on her mind. Bringing all of us to our knees.
That's why I think we need to involve the attorneys as soon as possible.
No. The attorneys are the ones that got us into this mess in the first place. I'll tell you how we get out of this. It's me, Brooke. Connor.
Connor, come in. Do you want something to drink?
No, thank you. You did go over there, didn't you?
To Forrester? Yes.
What happened?
I gave them back their contract.
The signed copy?
Yes.
Oh, Brooke, tell me you're not serious.
I gave it back to them in pieces. Hundreds of pieces. I tore it up. You should have seen the look of horror on Stephanie's face when I did that. She should just be lucky I didn't have a weapon, because I damn well might have used it.
But you did have a weapon. And nobody knows that better than they do.
I'm just so angry with those people. I'm just shattered, you know. My whole life is just shattered.
You will have your day.
Well, I'm not so sure I want my day.
Yes, you do, Brooke.
I really don't think it'll help.
I know it's not going to get rid of the pain, granted. But it will provide you with a sense of justice. This is going to make you an enormously wealthy woman, Brooke. Your children, their children's children, you'll provide a legacy for all of them. They'll never want financially. Their education, their security, it will all be taken care of. Now, that's a pretty wonderful slice of awareness to carry through your life.
Yes. Yes, my children will have a good life. But what about their mother? What do I have to look forward to?
Don't try and reason with Brooke. It's too late for that.
No, Mother, it's too early for that.
What?
Look, before we go to war with Brooke, let's try a little diplomacy here. We have to.
Oh, come on, Ridge. You were here. You saw her. You heard her.
She was irrational. All she wants to do is destroy everything, including us.
I'm not saying we should go to her now. Let's let her cool off, give her a few days. Then we'll go to her. I'll go to her.
It won't work.
Well, if it doesn't work, Mother, we're no worse off than we are now, are we? I happen to believe that it will work.
Oh, you think that you're actually going to exert some influence over Brooke after you've told her that you're in love and are going to stay with your wife?
This has nothing to do with Taylor, or Brooke for that matter. It has to do with right and wrong, and I happen to believe that Brooke knows the difference. Look, I'm going home here. Please don't make a move here until you consult me.
I'm not taking this very well, am I?
You mean losing the man that you loved? Brooke, nobody expects you to take this well, least of all me.
Yeah, well, I mean, suddenly I had this incredible windfall. I should be celebrating.
It is a little bit like winning the lottery, only better, much better.
And I give it all up. Every dollar of it. If only.
I'm sorry, Brooke. It just is not going to happen.
I know. Rich made his choice. But even if he didn't choose Taylor, the way he treated me, the way he betrayed me with the belief patent, he just didn't trust me. He had to make sure that I signed the contract releasing all my rights to the formula before he told me he was going to stay with his wife. Do you know what that means to me, Connor? Do you know what that says about Rich? How he sees me? How he feels about me? He feels the same way Stephanie feels. That I'm a person who has to be watched, manipulated. You know, I dedicated my whole life to him. And I really believed in him. And he just thinks that I'm an opportunist. That I'm a woman who can't be trusted with the truth. Hello, sweetheart.
Hi.
Oh. You look tired.
Tired. That does not even begin to describe how I'm feeling right now.
Well, good, because I've got the perfect solution. The bedroom furniture came to Eric, and wait until you see it. It's Louis XIII, and it couldn't be more perfect. So tonight, we can make love in the same bed a king and queen made love in.
Oh, Sheila.
Well, honey, I know that it's a little expensive. Okay, it's very expensive. But I'll tell you what. I'll go to work at night, baking cakes for the little people.
Look, I have some pretty bad news.
You do?
Yeah, it's just about the worst news I've had since I went in business.
What is it?
It's entirely possible that we may lose the belief patent.
What do you mean, Eric?
Well, it's something I haven't told you about. Only the family's been aware of it, but we're having trouble acquiring a patent for the belief formula.
Why?
Because of Brooke. As it turns out, she wasn't under contract to Forrester when she developed the formula.
So what are you telling me? That the product responsible for most of the profits this
I'm
year...
telling you that the product and the profits may not be ours. They may all belong to Brooke.
Hello?
Hello.
May I fix you a drink?
Oh, no thanks.
Tell me about it.
Worst case scenario.
Brooke?
Why didn't I follow my instincts? If I didn't, this is what happened.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Oh, I left the wrong copy of the contract at Brooke's last night. Now she has the only signed copy. Had the only signed copy.
What do you mean by had?
She brought it over to the office where Dad, Mother, and I were having a meeting. Ripped it up in front of us.
Oh, my God.
She's bitter. As bitter as I've ever seen her.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Any suggestions?
Better start building bridges.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I burnt all those the other night.
Oh, when you told her that you were staying with me.
She's convinced that I tricked her into signing that contract before I told her I was staying in the marriage.
What do you think she's going to do?
I don't know. She feels betrayed, brokenhearted, shell-shocked. How would you react? How would anyone react in that position?
Revenge?
Yeah. She's definitely got the ammunition to do it, too. In fact, if she's angry enough, she could probably put us out of business.
Is she angry enough?
Yeah. Definitely.
You can't be serious. Brooke has control over belief.
Oh, if she chooses to file a claim, it's very possible she'd end up with a patent, yes.
No. No, that can't be, Eric.
Well, it is.
Well, how did it happen? My God, that formula is everything to Forrester. It is Forrester.
We certainly don't have to tell me that.
Well, she can't just claim that it's hers.
Why not? She wasn't under any obligation to us when she developed it.
Well, not contractually, but certainly that's what you were paying her for. What, does she deny that?
Brooke is really not in any space where she can be reasoned with right now.
Oh, and what does that mean?
She's upset with the family. She's upset with all of us. She was counting on Ridge to end his marriage, and now that's not going to happen?
Well, she knew that was a long shot.
No, she didn't.
Oh, you're telling me that Brooke's not going to do the right thing, that she's not going to sign off on belief because of some pipe dream she had with Ridge? I don't buy it.
It's not that simple. It's a little more complex than that.
Oh, yes. It certainly is. It's Stephanie.
Well, Sheila, there's more than enough blame to go around.
Oh, no, not this time, Eric. Brooke gets along with all of us, except for Stephanie, who dumps on her every chance she gets.
That hasn't been true lately.
You know, and I've wondered about that. And now it makes sense. Stephanie knew about this all along, didn't she, Eric? Brooke's potential claim on belief. So that's what this Butterwood Mount routine has been all about. God, how transparent.
Stephanie is certainly largely responsible, yes?
No, she's completely responsible, Eric. She's been abusing Brooke for years, and I know what that's like. I know exactly what that's like. How mad it makes you, how enraged you become. God, if I were Brooke, I would have killed her by now. You know, now she's got the chance. She'd be crazy not to take advantage, Eric. No, Stephanie has done this to you. Stephanie has done this to all of us. I knew that witch would destroy our lives one day. I just knew it. Well, I'm just gonna have to do something about it.
You? What are you gonna do about it, Sheila?
I'm going to save our company, Eric. I'm going to save Forrester Creations from Brooke. Because I'm the only person that can.
Do you really think that Brooke would take advantage of this?
Oh, I wish to God I didn't.
I don't know, Rich. As bitter as she is, I just don't think Brooke would go that far. She knows that this is a family business that was built by your father. She was married to Eric. They share a child together. And you share a daughter with her. Do you honestly believe that she would want to bring that kind of havoc on this family?
No. Which is why I wanted to go to her in the first place. Because I still believe that Brooke is basically a good person. She's not evil. She doesn't enjoy hurting people. But you're right. As angry as she is, it's going to take something more to make her bring down the sledgehammer.
Something more.
Yeah. And that something more is Connor Davis.
I ran into him today at a restaurant.
You talked to him?
Yes.
How did he seem?
He seemed like someone who was about to bring down the sledgehammer, like you just said.
And Brooke is very vulnerable right now. I bet you he takes advantage of that.
Yes, she is very vulnerable, but I don't think to Connor.
Oh, they're close.
No, they're not that close.
Look, with me out of the way, he's gonna start making his moves.
Do you think she'll respond?
That depends.
On what?
If Brooke really believes that it's honestly over between us. And if she does, yeah, she'll be open to another man.
Does she believe him?
You gotta think so, Doc. Yes. I'm certain she knows it's over.
You were right. All along, you were right about Rich.
Well, I wish I hadn't been. Honestly, I never wished that this would happen to you. As much as I care for you, I don't want to see you hurt like this.
Thank you.
But at the same time, this makes me so angry. The way these people treated you was reprehensible. It was wrong. It was sinful what this family did to you.
I know.
I'm not sure you do, Brooke. They didn't pay you anything for this formula. The fact that they didn't have you under contract, that's just the beginning.
Well, I was married to Eric during that time. He gave me whatever I asked for.
Okay, but the least they could have done, should have done, is come to you as soon as there was a problem. My God, they tried to cheat you instead of coming to you and offering you a reasonable settlement for developing a product that has brought them more profits than they could have ever dreamed of. The gall, the arrogance of this, it just makes me crazy.
You are so right.
And Rich, what he did to you when he came over here and got you to sign a release form and then just blew you off like you were nothing because he had what he wanted. He had his precious contract. After the way you loved him, dedicated your life to him, the loyalty that you showed to him.
Hey, take it easy.
I'm sorry. The last thing that you need right now is for me to be brooding about the way Ridge treated you.
But I really do appreciate your concern.
I am concerned because I want you to get what is rightfully yours.
I don't know where I'd be if it weren't for you.
Well, I hope you'd be in some other patent attorney's office filing a claim for you and your children.
No, I'm talking about emotionally. That's what I meant. I'll tell you where I'd be. On the compost heap that the Forresters made out of my life.
But no more, Brooke. No more. You are gonna rise up out of this. You're gonna be stronger, more fulfilled, and wealthier than you ever thought you could be. I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm not gonna let these people get away with what they did to you. I'm gonna make them pay. And you are gonna have a whole new life. You will recover from this. I swear you will. And I'm gonna be with you every step of the way. Every step.